Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's DIY video is a part of a Thrifty Crafting Thursday collab and is hosted by that crafting lady, and her co-host is Melissa Makes It DIY. And there is a playlist with this collab, so please, after watching my video, please follow the playlist that's in my description box below. And if you're coming from another channel, welcome to my channel. I do everything Dollar Tree and more. So let's get started. Okay, so I picked up this frame at a local thrift store and the price says $3, but I actually picked it up on half day and it was $1.50. So I'm going to remove the backing, but I will use the backing again, and I'm removing all the other stuff, the glass, the paper. I won't be reusing that at all, so I might save that for another project. So for now, I'm just going to work with this frame, which I thought was so pretty. I really like that it looks so rustic, but it's got some silver elegance to it. So I also picked up this frame from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just popping off the back. It's got little tabs that come off real easy. And on the backing portion, I'm removing the twine with the mini clothespins. I'm not going to use those at all. And nor this paper. I won't be using that either. So I'm just going to take this backing and I'm going to cover it up with some of this burlap fabric that I had on hand. I've had this great big piece for a while. And so I'm going to take my Sharpie and kind of mark where I'm going to cut it. Okay, so here I'm going to just go ahead and cut it real quick. And I just love working with burlap, I gotta tell you. And I was so excited to do this project because I've had this little frame here for a little while. And I knew I wanted to do something with the burlap with it. And I like the contrast of the burlap with the silver elegance and the rustic look of the frame. So I was really excited. I wanted to do something special for the holidays. And if not for Christmas, for winter. So here I'm just going to go ahead and glue this burlap to my backing. So I'm just going to glue it real quick and try not to burn my fingers, even though this piece of burlap is a little thicker than the usual burlap that you find, but still I didn't want to take any chances. So here I'm just going to trim off the excess on the edges, and it's a little bit easier to see it from the back side. So I just trimmed it real quick. And now I'm going to put this back in the little frame holder with the little tabs. Okay, so now that I have it all nice and glued down, I'm going to take this little frame, flip it over onto the back side of my thrifted frame, and I'm going to glue it on there because I'm going to turn this thrifted frame into a shadow box. So I'm giving it that little bit extra space in the back and turning it into a shadow box. So I'm just adding a few beads of glue on the corners, and I'm just placing this little box frame on there, and it dries pretty quickly. So now I'm going to flip it over and look, I have a little shadow box and it's so cute. Oh my goodness, the possibilities with these little shadow boxes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have this little deer that's left from my Christmas items from the Dollar Tree. And I did not DIY with this. So now I know I didn't DIY with it because it's meant for this. So I decided to put this little deer in the little shadow box. And first I thought about putting a couple trees in there, but I thought, no, I'm going to make this little deer the star. I'm going to showcase this little deer. So I'm just going to put a couple beads of glue and hook and just stick them in there. And add a couple more beads of glue to secure his little feet because I'm only gluing down his feet. So that's it. And it works pretty well. So as long as I, glue it down and secure it well, it'll stay. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with some of these little snowflakes because I want it to look a little bit, you know, wintry. This is going to be like a winter look. So I'm going to add a few of these snowflakes, and they're the wooden ones from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to add one on the inside and a few on the outside, just to give everything that dimension look. I don't want everything to be on the same level. I want some items inside the shadow box and some items outside on the frame. So now I'm going to take some of this jute twine, and I'm just going to wrap this around the bottom portion. And the reason why I decided to do this is because if you look on the sides of the frame, there's like these natural cutouts. And so I thought, wow, that's like a perfect spot for something like a twine wrap. So I just add a little bit of glue to help hold the twine, and I'm going to wrap it a few times just to give it yet again another texture. So now I have the wood frame, I have the glittery deer, I have the burlap fabric, I have the wood snowflake, and so now I'm going to have some twine, and that's just going to, like I said, it's just going to give it a little bit of texture, added texture to the whole look. And then later I do add some greenery and some more of the little snowflakes, and then there's a surprise at the end, which I forgot to film. I don't know, I thought I had pressed record and I didn't. But anyway, I digress. Okay, so here I'm going to add a bead of glue on the bottom portion of the frame, and I'm going to put the backing back on so it'll stand freely. So I don't have to put it against the wall or hang it on the wall or anything. That way it's got its own little kickstand and it'll stand on its own. So here I'm going to go in and add some more of these little snowflakes, and I'm going to put just one over here on the side, add a little bit of glue. I feel like it needs something on the bottom because I want it to look like, you know, the snow is falling. Because I'm really wanting this frame to look a little magical, like a wintry scene. So now I'm taking some of this berry mix, and I purchased this at Walmart, and I'm just going to cut off a couple little sprigs. And even though I am going for a more of a neutral look, a neutral winter look with this project, because this is going to be a gift for a good friend of mine, even though I'm going for a neutral look, I do want to add some greenery because, I don't know, I feel like it needs a little pop of a light green. And I like this particular floral because it is like a light green, and then the berries are very neutral, toned down, kind of cream colored, and it kind of just goes with everything. So that's why I decided to use this particular type of floral. So I'm just going to add a bead of glue, and I'm just going to put it here on the corner and hold it down with my little spatula because I don't want to burn myself. So my little silicone spatula from the Dollar Tree, I just love it. Little makeup spatula. It's actually for makeup. It's for putting on facial masks. Yeah, who would have thought? So anyway, so now that I have my florals on there, I'm going to add another one of these snowflakes, because I was thinking maybe put a bow on there, but then I thought, nah, I'll continue with the little snowflakes, because like I said, I want it to look like the snow is falling, but it's not white snow, it's just the snowflakes. I want to keep that very natural rustic wood look. So that's just the look I was going for. And like I mentioned earlier, the very end, I did not video. I thought I was recording it, but I was not. But I actually added fairy lights to the back portion of this frame. And since it has holes on the back, you can see the light coming through. And so you'll see that in a second. So total for all this was right at $5. So it was $2.50 for the frames, $1 for the deer ornament, $1 for the fairy lights, 25 cents for the greenery, 25 cents for the snowflakes, and then the burlap was free because I've had it forever and ever. And so here is my frame. Look how cute. It's so magical. It's like a little wintry scene, but very neutral, very soft and elegant, and I just love it. And if you liked this video and you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't yet. And also please don't forget to go to my description box and follow the playlist. There's some wonderful DIYs here, all thrifted. And until my next video, have a great day. Bye bye.